The hour is soft. The world grows quiet in a way that is hard to find at any other time. The clock shows 3:33 and a gentle doorway opens. In this calm, the heart can be heard. Worries may still move through the mind, yet there is a kind hush beneath them. Prosperity begins here, not as a number, not as pressure, but as a feeling of safety inside the body. When safety blooms within, wise choices grow with ease. In this moment, we give ourselves permission to slow down. This time of night is friendly to healing because there are fewer demands on attention. The body listens more closely. The mind loosens its grip. We do not need to force any change. We only invite it. The breath is our guide. One hand can rest over the heart, one hand over the belly. We breathe in for a slow count, and then we exhale longer than the inhale. The longer exhale tells the body, all is well enough right now. As the breath steadies, the mind becomes clearer. Prosperity is often confused with hurry. It is not hurry. It is not fear. It is not a race to catch up. True prosperity is a steady river, flowing with kindness and order. It touches money, yes, but it also touches health, time, friendship, creativity, and peace. When the river is calm, it nourishes every field it passes. This hour can set that calm. By choosing peace first, we set the direction for all the day's choices that will follow. Sometimes worry comes at this hour with pictures of bills, deadlines, or uncertain plans. Let those pictures be here without fighting them. Let the breath move through the body like a soft breeze through a room that needs fresh air. We are not pushing thoughts out, we are inviting more space in. When space grows, fear has room to soften. From softness, natural wisdom rises. A relaxed body thinks more clearly than a tight one. Try 3 rounds of gentle breathing now. Inhale slowly through the nose. Exhale through the mouth like a sigh. With the first exhale, let the jaw lower a little. With the second exhale, let the shoulders melt. With the third exhale, allow the belly to loosen and the heart to feel supported by the warm hand resting upon it. This is not a trick, it is a signal. The body speaks in signals, and we are speaking its language. Affirmations meet the body best when the body feels safe. In this hour, say softly inside or aloud, "In this quiet hour, life is kind to me." Let the words be simple and honest. It is safe to soften. I allow support. My breath brings me home to peace. Peace opens doors for me. These are not slogans. They are directions for the mind and the nervous system. With each gentle line, the body receives a cue to relax and open. If tears rise, they are welcomed as a release. If a smile comes, it is welcomed as a sign of relief. If nothing seems to happen, that is also fine. Seeds do not sprout the moment they touch soil. They rest, they root, and then they rise. Prosperity works the same way. We plant calm, we water it with patient breath, and we let it take its time. Rushing prosperity chases it away. Peace invites it closer. This hour can be a friend we meet every day or every few days. Consistency matters more than long effort. Even 5 minutes of gentle breath can shift a whole morning. In this low light, a candle or a soft lamp can support the sense of sanctuary. The phone can be placed face down, so there is no rush to answer the world. For a little while, the world can wait. We are building a foundation that will serve every task ahead. Let us speak to money in a new way before the sun returns. Money is not a judge. It is not a measure of worth. It is a tool, like a cup that carries water. When the hand that holds the cup is steady, the water can be shared. When the hand is shaking, some water spills. Our breath steadies the hand. Our calm brings order to choices. From this place, there is less waste, more clarity, and more kindness to self and others. At 3:33, there is also a sense of gentle pattern. It can feel like a wink from life, a reminder that support is nearby. Let that feeling soothe the heart. If the mind asks for proof, we can offer small proofs: a problem solved, a kind word heard, a little savings, a bit of guidance that arrived at the right time. Small proofs add up. We practice noticing them. The more we notice, the more the mind learns to expect good. Now let the breath carry one more soft set of words. I am worthy of ease. Calm leads my way. I welcome help. I am willing to receive. Speak slowly, with pauses. Allow the words to land. If a part of the mind protests, greet that part with kindness. It learned to protect us with worry. Thank it for caring and let it rest. We will guide from here with love rather than fear. This hour is not about pushing away the old life. It is about building the new inner home where prosperity can knock and be welcomed. The home is made of respect for the body, patience for the mind, and gentleness for the heart. A body that feels safe can learn new habits. A heart that feels safe can give and receive. A mind that feels safe can plan well. Safety comes first, and from safety, prosperity grows naturally. Before moving on, touch the heart again. Nod slightly as a sign of agreement with this new path. Take a sip of water. Let the water stand for flow, clarity, and freshness. Say one last line for this moment. Life supports me in gentle ways. Hold that line like a warm shawl around the shoulders. The night has become a sanctuary, and the day ahead will feel the warmth of it. The pattern of 333 can feel mystical to some and very simple to others. Either way, its power comes from what it draws forth inside. When a repeating number appears, awareness wakes up for a brief moment. That spark of awareness is the real gift. Awareness allows choice. Choice shapes life. In that instant, we can pick the tone of the next thought, the next breath, and the next action. This is how prosperity grows. One good choice, then another, each fed by calm and clarity. Patterns speak to the mind because the mind likes meaning. The 333 may feel like harmony or balance. It can also be a bell that says, "Be here now." Being here is not a fancy practice. It is as simple as noticing the weight of the body on the chair, the temperature of the air on the skin, and the rhythm of the breath. In this simple noticing, the inner noise lowers. With lower noise, kinder thoughts get through. Focus shapes state. When focus sits on fear, the body tightens and the options shrink. When focus sits on peace, the body releases and options widen. The state of the body, tight or relaxed, changes what the mind can see. From a relaxed state, creative answers show up more easily and practical steps feel lighter. This is not magic. It is the way a calm nervous system works. Calm turns the volume down on alarm and turns the volume up on wisdom. From state come choices. A person in a tight, rushed state might say yes to too many demands or avoid a task that needs attention. A person in a calm state can say a kind no, can take a steady look at the numbers, and can do the next right thing. Choices gather and form outcomes. This is why a small moment at 333 can matter. It can shift the state, which shifts the choice, which shifts the outcome. Over time, small shifts build big changes. Prosperity can be held as a simple formula: clarity plus calm plus consistent caring actions. Clarity asks, what is true right now? Calm says, the body is safe enough to act. Consistent caring actions are the tiny steps taken day after day. Each step is manageable. Each step moves us forward without harm. The body trusts gentle steps. The mind learns to trust gentle steps. Together, they build strength. To make the most of the 333 bell, create a short response. When the number appears, pause. Place one hand over the heart and one over the belly. Take one slow inhale and one longer exhale. Notice one sensation that feels pleasant or neutral. Warmth in the hands, softness in the belly, the smoothness of breath. Name it silently. Then ask, what is one kind step I can take today toward ease? Keep it small. Check a due date, set aside a small amount, tidy one paper, send one message, learn one skill point. Affirmations turn this pause into a bridge for action. Let a few sentences rise and fall with the breath. This moment opens a door to generous outcomes. Focus is my friendly tool. Calm is my home. I choose kind, steady actions. Life supports steady steps. Say one line on the inhale and one line on the exhale. Let the words ride the breath. The body listens. If doubt appears, meet it with patience. Doubt often tries to keep things safe by stopping movement. Thank it for caring and then offer it a job. Help me take one small step. Doubt can soften when it feels included. As it softens, a little courage arrives. Courage here is not loud. It is the quiet bravery to choose the next gentle action, even when the mind tells old stories. Another way to use 333 is to collect evidence of support. Keep 3 notes ready in the mind. A solution that came, a kindness that appeared, a task that turned out easier than expected. When the number shows, recall those notes, speak them silently. Support met me here, here, and here. This trains attention to notice the friendly side of life. Trained attention becomes habit. Habit becomes character. Character becomes path. Let the body join this training. Soften the eyes. Relax the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Let the breath extend just a little longer. Feel the weight of the feet or legs. With the body at ease, say, I am teachable. Life shows me better ways. Say, it is safe for me to prosper. Say, I welcome good with ease. No strain, no rush. Let the lines be like warm tea, simple, steady, comforting. When a plan is needed, use the pattern to begin. At 333, choose one money care, look at one number, move one small amount into savings, cancel one unused item, prepare one healthy meal for the day, learn one skill that can grow value. Small acts done often are strong. They build trust with the self. Trust is wealth in action. It makes bigger steps possible later in a calm way. All through this, kindness is the rule. Harsh self-talk comes from fear. Fear is loud when it thinks we are alone. In this hour, we are not alone. There is stillness, breath, and a gentle presence that holds us. Speak to the heart as a wise friend. We are safe. We can go step by step. We do not need to do it all today. We will do something loving today, and that is enough. Close this section with lines that can be used anytime the pattern appears. Awareness is my power. Peace guides my choices. Every calm step adds up. The door to ease is open now. Pause after each line. Let silence carry the meaning deeper. The clock may move, but the blessing of presence stays. From presence, prosperity grows in ways that feel honest, clean, and kind. Before taking any larger step, it helps to set a small stage for grace. A simple space tells the body, this is safe, this is steady. Choose a quiet corner or a small table. It does not need to be perfect. A tidy surface, a glass of water, a notebook, and a gentle light are enough. These objects are not for show. They are signals. The nervous system reads them and relaxes. When the body sees order, it makes order inside. Begin by clearing the surface with slow, caring hands. Place the glass of water to the side where it can be reached easily. Set the notebook open to a blank page. Let the light be soft. Even a small candle can be used if that feels comforting and safe. This small ritual tells the mind we are creating a sanctuary for calm decisions and kind thoughts. The world outside will still be there later. For now, this little island of peace is ours. Sit with the feet grounded. Let the spine be easy and long, not rigid. Allow the shoulders to settle, the jaw can soften, and the tongue can rest. Bring attention to the places where the body touches the chair and the floor. Feel the support. Support is a form of prosperity. It arrives as the chair beneath us, the floor under our feet, the air in our lungs. We notice it and the heart eases. Let the breath guide the setup. Inhale through the nose to a slow count of 4. Exhale through the mouth to a slow count of 6. Repeat 10 times, or simply until the body feels quieter. The longer exhale is a kind message to the nervous system. It says that danger is not here. It says that peace is allowed. As peace grows, the mind becomes a better helper. Now touch the glass of water. Water holds the symbol of flow, clarity, and renewal. Speak a line into the water softly. This water carries ease to my whole being. Then sip slowly. Feel the coolness move down the throat and into the body. Let each sip be a small blessing. Between sips, place a hand over the heart and say, I prepare with love. The body hears this, and the muscles soften a little more. Open the notebook and write a one-line intention across the top of the page. Keep it short and plain. Today, I welcome steady support. Or, today, I take one calm step for my well-being. Or, today, I build trust with myself. A short line sets the tone. The details can come later. For now, the stage is set. A clear surface, a gentle light, water, breath, and a sentence that points toward ease. Choose one small object to live in this space. A smooth stone, a simple plant, a pen that feels good in the hand. Let it stand for stability. When the eyes see it, the nervous system recalls calm. This is the power of cues. Cues shape state, and state shapes choices. The more we anchor calm in the senses, the easier it becomes to return to it when life speeds up. Let the hands rest on the belly and the chest again. Feel the rise and fall. If the mind starts to wander to tasks or numbers, do not fight it. Bring attention back with a gentle bridge. The feeling of the breath, the sound of the room, the steady support of the chair. With each return, say silently, home. This single word gathers scattered thoughts and brings them to the center. Speak a few simple lines that suit this stage setting. My space is a sanctuary. I sit in ease. I prepare with love. My home welcomes abundance. I choose clarity and gentle order. These lines do not need to be loud. They need to be sincere. Say them slowly, like laying soft cloth on a table. The space receives the tone, the body receives it too. If a candle is part of this ritual, let the flame be a reminder of steady light. The flame does not strain to shine, it simply is. Prosperity works well with that kind of ease. Not a push, not a performance. Just a steady glow that warms the heart and makes action easier. If no candle is used, the same feeling can be held with a quiet lamp or the pale light of dawn before sunrise. Once the body is settled and the space is simple, write 3 things that are already supporting life today. It may be the breath moving well, the water, the roof, the quiet hour. This is not a full gratitude list. It is a quick calibration that says, support is here. Support invites more support. It is a way of teaching the mind to notice the friendly facts that help us move forward. If it helps, set a small container in this space, an envelope or a box. It can hold notes of small wins, a bill paid, a kind choice made, a new skill learned, a saving set aside. These small wins are seeds. When doubt comes, the container can be opened and the seeds can be counted. Doubt lowers when truth is seen. Truth here is simple. Progress exists. Finish this preparation with a short body check. Scan from the crown of the head to the toes. Notice places of ease. Notice places that still hold tightness. Offer breath to the tight places without force. Exhale as if sending warm air to those areas. Say softly, "My body knows how to relax into receiving." With each exhale, a little more room appears inside the chest and belly. Take one final sip of water. Close the notebook for now, or leave it open if words wish to come. Place the pen across the page like a small bridge, a sign that the next step is close and friendly. The space is ready. The body is ready. The mind is quieter. This is how a field is prepared, simple, steady, and kind. In a few moments, when the next part begins, actions will rise more easily from this ground of peace. The body learns to receive when the body feels safe. Calm is not a luxury. It is a way the nervous system opens its hands. In this hour, safety can be taught in simple ways. Sit with the feet grounded and the spine easy. Place one hand over the heart and one over the belly. Close the lips and breathe slowly through the nose for a count of 4. Let the exhale move out through the mouth for a count of 6. Do this 10 times in a soft rhythm. The mind may wander. Let it. Bring it back with kindness, the way a caring friend might touch a shoulder and guide it home. On each exhale, let the jaw loosen just a little more, as if the mouth is giving the body permission to stop holding what does not need to be held. On each inhale, invite the ribcage to widen like gentle wings. We are not chasing calm. We are opening space for calm to come closer. The longer exhale is a direct message to the body. The message says, "All is well enough in this moment." This message lowers the alarms that run in the background. When alarms are loud, the mind sees fewer choices and only feels pressure. When alarms soften, options appear. This change is not only felt in thoughts, it also shows up as loosening in the shoulders, warmth in the chest, and more ease in the belly. As the belly softens, the body lets in more breath, and the heart finds a slower beat. This is the body's way of saying yes to life. Give the mind a simple job during these 10 rounds. Let it name one sensation each time the breath moves out. Warmth in hands, soft in cheeks, steady in feet, open in chest. Use plain words. Naming sensations anchors awareness in the present. Anchored awareness is strong. It keeps attention from running away with old fear stories. Attention is like sunlight. Where it rests, growth happens. If attention rests on fear, fear grows. If attention rests on peace, peace grows. After the 10th breath, stay still and feel the new baseline. It may be very quiet. It may be only a small shift. That is enough. Prosperity loves small shifts because small shifts become habits without strain. Whisper a line that supports this new baseline. With every exhale, I release tightness around supply. Say it once or say it 3 times, each time letting the words ride the breath. Notice what loosens. Notice what feels softer, even by 1 degree. Each small release is a real gain. If a thought arrives that says, "This is not working," meet that thought with kindness. It is an old pattern trying to help by keeping expectations low. Smile softly to that pattern and say, "Thank you for trying to protect me." Today we will try gentleness. Then do 1 more round of breath. Count 4 in, 6 out. If the count feels hard, shorten it to 3 in, 5 out. The numbers are not a test. The purpose is a longer out-breath than in-breath in a way that feels kind. Allow the hands to move. Rub them together to warm them. Then place them back over heart and belly. Feel the warmth travel in. The warmth is its own kind of wisdom. It says to the nervous system, here is care. Many money fears are body fears in disguise. Fear of not being safe, fear of being without help, fear of being judged. Warmth answers those fears better than thought can. Warmth says, support is here. We are not alone in this moment. The breath stays with us. Let the spine sway a little from side to side. Small movement tells the body it is not stuck. Being stuck is a sensation the body learns when stress stays for too long. Swaying gives a new experience, gentle motion within safety. Prosperity also loves this kind of motion, small, steady, friendly changes that do not frighten the system. When the body trusts the feeling of gentle change, it will allow more change without alarms. Now place one palm on the lower ribs and notice that the breath can move there too. The body is a home with many rooms. Fear often locks some rooms and keeps the breath out. Unlocking happens with curiosity, not force. Try a breath that fills the lower ribs, then the middle chest, then the collarbones, and a long, smooth exhale that moves down the front of the body. Let the exhale carry out tension, as if emptying a cup that had been too full. Whisper, I breathe out what I no longer need. I breathe in a softer way of living. If thoughts about money return, greet them as guests. Ask them to sit while you pour the tea of the next breath. Let them talk if they like, but you do not have to believe every word. You can say, I hear you, and I will handle one small thing today. For now, let the body rest. Then take one more round, 4 in, 6 out. Notice the tiny change that follows and give it praise. Good, the heart says. We can receive. Close this practice by placing both hands over the heart. Bow the head a little as a sign of agreement with peace. Say, calm leads my way. Say, I welcome help. Say, peace clears the path to wise action. Keep the words simple and slow. This is how the body learns to link calm with receiving. This is how the mind learns that support comes when the nervous system opens. Prosperity grows in a mind that tells a kinder story. Stories about money begin early and often sit in the background, unnoticed. In this quiet time, those stories can be seen and softened without blame. Open the notebook to a fresh page. Draw a simple line down the middle. On the left, write old story. On the right, write kind story. Above both, write one gentle intention. I choose truth that helps me heal. Begin with one line at the top left. The story I carried about money was, let the hand write without fixing the words. Maybe the old line says, money is hard to get. Maybe it says good never lasts. Maybe it says there is never enough. Do not argue with it. Just place it on the page so it does not live hidden in the body. Pause. Take a slow breath in and a longer breath out. Feel the chair holding you. Feel the ground holding the chair. You are held. Now move to the right side and answer, a kinder story I choose now is, keep the new line simple and honest. It might say, support can grow in small, steady ways, or I can learn skills and care for money with love. Or enoughness can be built step by step. Write the line and breathe again. Let the eyes rest on the new words for a few quiet seconds so the body takes them in. New lines need time to land. Under the old line, add a second prompt. What that story tried to protect was, this brings tenderness to the process. Old stories were not enemies, they were shields. Perhaps the shield tried to avoid disappointment or rejection. Perhaps it tried to keep control. Acknowledge the protection without blame. Write what comes. Breathe. Place a hand over the heart and whisper, thank you for trying to keep me safe. I will guide us with love now. Return to the right side with a companion line. How I protect myself now is, Write gentle, doable actions. I protect myself by learning one small money skill each week. I protect myself by setting simple boundaries. I protect myself by building a small cushion. I protect myself by speaking to myself with respect. Each line turns kindness into action. Action builds trust. Trust softens fear. Choose 3 core areas to scan: worthiness, consistency, and trust. For worthiness, left side, old story, I must struggle to deserve. Breathe, right side, kind story, my worth is given, my choices can be gentle and wise. For consistency, left side, old story, I start strong and then fail. Breathe, right side, kind story, I start small and keep going, small steps last. For trust, left side, old story, support will be taken away. Breathe. Right side, kind story, support can be nurtured and renewed. Between each pair, pause and do 1 round of 4 in, 6 out breathing. Let each exhale carry relief through the belly. The belly has heard many money stories. It tightens when the story is harsh. It loosens when the story is kind. This is the mind-body link at work. Thoughts are not just in the head. They live in the chest, jaw, and gut. When the thought turns kinder, the body shows it. The shoulders sit lower. The breath moves easier. The eyes soften. If a harsh sentence appears while writing, this will never change. Place it on the left side as well. Then write a kind reply on the right. Change often begins quietly. Add another line. I am teachable. Life shows me better ways. Say this line out loud if it feels good. Speak it on the exhale. Let the words be a hand on the back, steady and warm. Fresh ideas enter more easily when the body hears that learning is safe. Create a small rhythm for this journaling. Write 1 old line, breathe, write 1 kind line, breathe, place a hand over the heart, speak 1 affirmation. Repeat this 3 to 5 times. Do not rush. Let the lines be short and plain. The goal is not to write a perfect plan. The goal is to teach the nervous system that new stories can live here without fear. The body only accepts new ideas when it feels protected. Safety opens the door. If tears come, let them fall onto the page. Salt water has washed many old stories from many hearts. If laughter comes, let it move through the chest. The body knows how to release. The page is a safe shore for those waves. Right at the bottom of the page, I can learn. Then add 1 small action that matches the kind story. If the kind story is about steady saving, the action might be set aside a small amount today. If the kind story is about learning, the action might be watch 1 lesson or practice 1 skill for 15 minutes. If the kind story is about respect, the action might be speak to myself with care while paying 1 bill. Close this part by reading the right side aloud in a soft voice. Go slowly. Let the words echo a little in the room. Then place both hands over the heart and say, these lines are welcome here. Add 1 more affirmation. Life is patient with me. I am patient with life. Drink a sip of water. Feel it settle. The new stories have been planted. They do not need to be forced to grow. They will rise with care, sunlight, and small actions carried out with love. There is a tender part within that listens for tone more than words. Mirror work is a way to speak to that part with great care. At 3:33, the world is quiet enough for this gentle meeting. Stand or sit before a mirror where the eyes can meet the eyes. Let the face soften. Release the forehead, let the eyebrows relax, and allow the tongue to rest. If the eyes feel shy, begin by looking at the space between them on the bridge of the nose, then softly return to the eyes when ready. The goal is not to perform. The goal is to connect. Begin with breath. Inhale slowly for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 6. While breathing, hold the gaze in a soft way. Let the eyes be kind. The body will mirror the gaze, the way a lake mirrors the sky. When the gaze is gentle, the chest eases and the belly follows. Now, in a calm voice, speak as if to a dear one who has tried so hard for so long. Thank you for everything you have carried. Pause and let those words land. Notice any warmth or loosening. Notice any resistance. Both are welcome. Continue. I see effort. I see courage. I see the wish to do well. Speak slowly and keep the eyes steady. If the face tightens, exhale and let the face melt again. Say, I forgive the harsh words I have spoken to you in fear. Pause. I forgive the times I pushed you past your limits. Pause. I forgive the old belief that love must be earned by struggle. With each sentence, let the shoulders drop a little. Forgiveness is not a pass for harm. Forgiveness is a release of tightness so love can move. Now offer permission to receive. It is safe for you to prosper. Pause and watch the eyes as that line lands. You are allowed to feel at ease. Pause. You are allowed to have your needs met in gentle ways. Pause. Support is welcome here. Let the breath move with these lines. Breathe in the words, breathe out the doubt. If a part of the mind argues, say, I hear you. Stay close while we try this. Include the doubt in the circle. Inclusion soothes. Add simple affirmations, one at a time, as if placing flowers in a vase. I am willing to be supported. Pause. I welcome good with ease. Pause. My value is not in question. Pause. I honor my limits and my needs. Pause. My calm choices grow abundance. Keep the voice low and steady. Let the chest feel the vibration of the words. Sound is a bridge. The body listens to sound more deeply than it listens to thought. If the eyes fill with tears, stay with them. Tears are a sign that the inner listener believes you. If the mouth wants to curve into a small smile, let it be natural, not forced. A real smile tells the nervous system, the danger is less. If the face feels blank, that is fine too. Some hearts thaw slowly, the way winter turns to spring one warm day at a time. Stay with the practice in a soft, steady way. The inner listener needs consistency more than big emotion. Speak to the younger part within, the part that learned to worry early. Use words that would comfort a child. You did not cause the hard times. Pause. You do not have to carry fear for the house anymore. Pause. You are safe with me. I will take care of us. Pause. We will go step by step. Keep the gaze kind. Keep the breath slow. Place a hand over the heart and another over the belly while looking into the eyes. This touch tells the younger part that the adult self is here and steady. Invite a new agreement. From now on, I lead with love. Pause. I speak to you with respect. Pause. I choose steady, kind habits that build a life we enjoy. Pause. I listen when you feel tired, and I rest. This agreement is prosperity at the root level. Prosperity is not only numbers, it is a healthy bond within, where the inner child trusts the inner adult. When that trust grows, choices become cleaner. Clean choices create clean outcomes. If shame rises during mirror work, meet it with a simple truth. You are worthy of care, even on hard days. Say it again if needed. Shame loosens when light is offered without a lecture. Keep the eyes soft. Keep the breath flowing. If the throat feels tight, place 2 fingers at the base of the throat and breathe gently toward them. Whisper, my voice is safe here. Let the throat feel the air pass through like a small river finding its way. Close this part with a blessing. Look into the eyes and say, I am on my own side. Pause. It is safe for me to prosper. Pause. I am willing to be supported. Pause. I welcome good with ease. Then seal the practice by nodding slightly. The nod is a body yes. The body trusts these simple signals. Take a sip of water, still holding the gaze if possible. Water can carry the blessing down into the body, as if the words become part of the cells. End gently. Touch the mirror or place a hand on the heart. Say, "Thank you for meeting me." Let the face soften once more. Step away slowly, keeping the feeling of kindness with you like a warm shawl. Carry one line from the practice into the next part of the day. A good line is simple and close to the heart. I am safe with me. Another good line, peace opens doors for me. These lines are bridges from the quiet hour into daily life. Every time they are spoken, the inner listener hears them again, and trust grows. The next time the clock shows 3:33, return to this meeting. Even 1 minute of soft gaze and one sentence of care can change the tone of a whole morning. The tender part within will learn that the door is always open. With that trust in place, prosperity has a clear path to enter, a path made of breath, truth, and love that does not push, does not rush, and never turns against itself. Let the inner world learn the feeling of plenty. Close the eyes or lower the gaze and allow the breath to find that gentle rhythm again, an inhale that enters softly, an exhale that lingers just a little longer. Without strain, let a simple scene rise in the mind, a table that is clean and calm, a bill placed on it, and a steady hand that meets it with ease. The number on the page is clear, the plan is kind, the breath stays smooth. Notice the small details that make the scene feel real, the weight of the pen, the texture of the paper, the quiet in the room. See a pantry with the basics cared for, a phone message answered on time, a ride that arrives when needed. These are not grand gestures. These are steady supports. Prosperity begins to feel like this: clear, calm, consistent care. The body understands pictures and sensations. Give it both. Bring the senses into this inner picture. Hear the soft sounds of a home at peace, the low hum of a morning, a kettle, a distant bird, or only the quiet itself. Feel the chair beneath and the floor supporting the feet. Sense the breath moving in and out with a gentle rhythm that says, "I am safe." When a worry floats up, make room for it the way the sky makes room for a small cloud. Let the next exhale move through it. Then return to the scene where things are handled with kindness. In this practice, the body is being trained to hold the frequency of enoughness. Notice how the chest changes when the scene is calm. The chest may feel wider, the shoulders may feel lower, the belly may feel softer. These are not small changes. A soft belly tells the nervous system that life can be received. A wide chest tells the heart that love can move. Lower shoulders tell the mind that pressure is not the only way to live. Prosperity rests more easily on a body that feels this way, the way a bird rests more easily on a still branch than a shaking one. Here, stillness is not emptiness, it is readiness. Let a short list of recent supports appear. Think of 3 small proofs from the last day or two. A question that found an answer, a kind word that arrived, a moment of clarity that eased a choice, a little saving, a healthy meal, a safe ride, a door held open. Speak these proofs in a soft voice or inwardly. Support met me here. Support met me here. Support met me here. Attention is being trained. Trained attention becomes habit. Habit shapes what is noticed next. The more the mind notices simple support, the more the nervous system loosens its guard and allows new forms of good to enter. Now guide the scene toward generous outcomes. See a small amount set aside, not as punishment, but as care. Watch a bill get handled without drama. Picture a skill being practiced for a few minutes, day after day, until it becomes natural. Notice how each action adds a little more steadiness to the body. Feel how ease builds when things are done on time. Prosperity is not only the arrival of money, it is the steady flow of supportive choices that reduce friction. Friction removed is energy returned. Energy returned becomes creativity and peace. Let a few simple lines ride the breath without force. Supply flows where peace goes. I allow ease to guide me. My choices create room for good. Speak each line on an out-breath and rest in the silence that follows. If part of the mind says the lines are not true yet, greet that part with warmth. We are practicing. Practice turns seeds into gardens. Keep the voice soft. The tender part within learns from tone more than from logic. Bring the senses back to the body once more. Taste a sip of water and let it stand for clarity. Feel the palms resting, warm, open. The palms are symbols too. When they are clenched, the body believes it must fight. When they are open, the body believes it can receive. Turn the palms up for a few breaths and feel the subtle change in the chest and throat. Whisper, I am willing to be supported. Whisper, it is safe for me to prosper. Whisper, I welcome good with ease. These are not demands, they are invitations. Now let the inner picture expand to include a quiet act of giving that fits this season. Perhaps it is a kind word, a helpful share, a patient answer, a small coin. Giving without fear loosens the grip of scarcity. Giving within healthy limits teaches the body that support moves both ways. Say, I give from a cup that is cared for. The cup is cared for by calm planning, by soft breathing, by kind self-talk, by simple systems that keep life in order. End this part by letting the scene shrink to one simple image that can be recalled during the day. A hand placing a coin in a quiet jar, a check mark beside a small task, a calm breath before a choice. Link that image to a line, peace first, then action. Carry the image and the line into the hours ahead. Every time the mind returns to them, the body returns to the feeling of enoughness. The feeling becomes a familiar home rather than a rare guest, and prosperity finds the door open. Tension collects in places that carry old stories, the jaw that tried to be brave, the chest that held back tears, the belly that braced for impact. A body that has been tight for a long time needs kindness to release. Begin with a simple sequence to invite flow. Tap lightly with the fingertips at the center of the brow, just above the bridge of the nose, for one slow breath in and one long breath out. Then tap at the center of the chest where the sternum rests for another breath in and out. Move the tapping to the side ribs beneath the armpit, one side and then the other, each time with a slow inhale and a longer exhale. Keep the touch gentle. The goal is not to force change. It is to remind the body that it can respond to kindness. Return to the jaw. Place the fingertips on the chewing muscles and make small circles forward and back. The jaw is often a gatekeeper. When it softens, the throat opens and the heart can speak. Breathing through a soft mouth tells the body that struggle can rest. Move the fingers to the temples and trace slow circles. Then place a warm palm over the belly and move in easy circles clockwise. The belly stores many money fears. Touch says, you are not alone. Touch says, this is safe. Touch says, support is here. Let a gentle hum rise in the throat for 1 minute. The lips can stay closed. The mouth can be soft. The vibration drops down through the chest and belly and calms the system. If humming feels strange, a slow sigh works as well. Sound is medicine when it is simple and kind. Feel how the hum or sigh changes the pace of breath and the heaviness in the shoulders. If a yawn comes, welcome it as release. Bring the hands to the back of the neck and press lightly along the line where neck meets shoulders. Then let the shoulders roll forward and back, slow and smooth. If the hands want to brush down the arms and shake the wrists, let them. Small shakes guide the body to let go of what is not needed. The body does not release on command. It releases when it trusts. These gentle moves build trust. Now layer in a few lines that fit this clearing. My body knows how to relax into receiving. I release the tight grip of worry. I soften the places that have carried too much for too long. Speak each line with a steady outgoing breath, as if the sound clears a path. The mind does not need to solve everything right now. The body is doing its part, and the mind can rest for a moment in that truth. If a wave of feeling arrives, sadness, anger, or a breathless flutter, slow everything down and place both hands over the heart. Feel the warmth. Let the feeling move the way weather moves across the sky. Feelings pass more quickly when they are not feared. After the wave moves through, take a sip of water to mark the shift. The sip says, "That moment has passed. I am here." Then hum again for a few breaths to settle the field. End with a brief scan from head to toe. Note a spot that feels easier than before, even if it is small. The corners of the eyes softer, the shoulders lower, the belly warmer, the hands lighter. Name it in a simple way. More space in the chest, heat in the palms, quiet in the jaw. These short notes show the mind that change happened. Change seen becomes change kept. Close with one last line. I treat my body as a partner in prosperity. This is true power, cooperation between breath, thought, and flesh. Morning is when thoughts become steps. The sun is a quiet coach that says, begin in a kind way. Prosperity grows when simple habits meet the day before the world makes loud requests. Start by choosing one caring action for finances that can be finished in a few minutes. It could be reading a due date and noting it in a way that the mind trusts, moving a small amount into savings, tidying one paper, sending one clear message. Keep it small on purpose. The nervous system respects small, steady wins. Next, choose one step that grows value through skill or service. Practice a skill for 10 minutes. Study one page. Write a few lines that build a plan. Make one helpful thing and share it where it can be seen. When small effort is applied daily, it becomes strength. Strength changes how life answers. Say softly, I grow value in gentle daily steps. This line keeps the heart focused on creation rather than fear. Add a simple act of generosity that fits this season. It may be words that uplift, a share of knowledge, holding a door, a small tip, or giving time within healthy limits. Generosity signals to the body that there is more than enough safety to be kind. There is no need to overgive. Boundaries are part of love. A kind boundary might sound like, not today, or that does not work for me, or I can do this much, said with a steady voice and a calm chest. Each boundary protects the energy that funds wise choices. Keep an evidence log. In a small notebook, write one proof each day that progress is happening. Called and set a payment date. Put aside a little. Learned a new feature. Cooked at home and saved. Rested when tired and did better later. One proof per day becomes 30 proofs per month. The mind cannot argue with a pile of truth. When doubt comes, open the log. Doubt lowers its voice when faced with reality made visible. Build a short morning rhythm that fits easily into life. Breathe for 1 minute. Read the intention line from the night. Do the one finance action. Do the one value growing step. Choose the one giving act. Note one proof. This can be done in 10 to 20 minutes. When life is full, even 5 minutes matters if it is repeated. Consistency is where ordinary days become extraordinary results. The nervous system loves what it can predict. Let it predict small kindnesses repeated. Use prompts to make the rhythm stick. Link the breath to an action that already happens. After washing the face, breathe. After pouring water, write the proof from yesterday. After sitting down, open the notebook and choose the one action. Linking new habits to old ones removes effort. The body loves routines that feel natural. When setbacks appear, treat them as information, not identity. If a bill surprises, the breath can still slow. If a plan slips, the body can still soften. Ask, what is one kind step now? Perhaps it is a call, an email, a calendar note, a tiny payment, a short study session. Speak a line that keeps the heart steady. I move in small, steady steps, and it adds up. Let the shoulders drop, then take that one step. Care for the space that holds the morning rhythm. Keep the surface simple and clean. Keep the tools ready: pen, page, water, light. Return them to their places when done. Order outside helps order inside. When the eyes see calm, the body follows. Prosperity flows more easily through a home that welcomes it with simple order and a steady tone of respect. Carry the rhythm into the day with a gentle check-in. At midday, place a hand on the heart and ask, where can I bring ease to the next choice? In the evening, note one proof before sleep. These tiny returns keep the channel open. Support love's consistency. It starts to arrive in ways both seen and quiet. An answer, a new idea, a kinder pace, a door that opens on time. This is how the day becomes a friend to prosperity. Seal the practice in a way that is light to carry. Sit for a moment, place one hand over the heart and one over the belly, and let 3 slow breaths move through. On the first exhale, quietly say, peace is here. On the second, I am open to good. On the third, I take one loving step today. These 3 lines are enough to anchor the inner weather. If they are repeated often, they become the tone of a life. Let a single line be written at the start of each day, a living intention that can be read in 10 seconds. Today, I welcome steady support. Or, today, I act with calm courage. Or, today, I respect my limits and my needs. The words do not need to be perfect. They need to be true for this day. Truth spoken simply gives the mind direction and gives the body rest. Choose one loving action to make the intention real. If the intention is about support, move a small amount into a safe corner. If it is about courage, begin the conversation that clears a path. If it is about care, cook a gentle meal, or rest on purpose, or say a kind no. Loving actions are not dramatic. They are clear and repeatable. Prosperity likes what can be repeated without harm. If the mind tries to measure the whole journey at once, bring it back to the loop. 3 breaths, 1 line, 1 loving action. Growth happens in loops. Loops build trust. Trust calms fear. Fear calmed allows wisdom to speak. When wisdom speaks, steps appear that fit the season. Steps that fit are taken. Steps taken build a life that feels good to live in. Let a blessing rise for the day. It can be spoken aloud or silently. May peace lead each choice. May clarity show the next step. May kindness fill the spaces in between. May my work bless others and bless me. May I receive support with grace. Let the blessing be brief and steady. Blessings are directions for attention. Attention shapes experience. Experience shapes memory. Memory shapes the tone of tomorrow. This is gentle power. If the clock shows 3:33 again in the night or during the day, let it be a bell. Pause, soften the jaw, lower the shoulders, breathe out longer than breathing in. Speak one line. Awareness is my power. Then take one small step in the direction of ease. This is the loop in action. This is how prosperity becomes a lived rhythm rather than a wish. Carry forward a quiet verdict that sets the heart at rest. Life is kinder than the old stories said, and the body can learn this kindness with practice. The early hour taught how to soothe the nervous system. The pattern taught how to choose peace and action. The simple space taught how to prepare the field. Then the body learned release. The mind learned a new story. The mirror taught trust. The senses learned the feeling of enough. Tension found exits, and morning habits turned calm into outcomes. None of this required perfection. It asked for willingness, softness, and small steps repeated with care. Let the day ahead be met with a gentle vow. Speak it softly, as if to a dear one within. I lead with love. I choose calm. I take small, steady steps. I allow prosperity to meet me in expected and gentle ways. Let the body feel these words. Let the breath carry them to the belly, to the heart, to the throat, to the face. The world may still ask many things, yet a center has formed that does not break. From that center, life can be shaped with grace, close with a handful of lines that can be said at any time, especially when the clock glows with that quiet pattern. Life supports me in expected and gentle ways. It is safe for me to prosper. I am willing to be supported. Peace opens doors for me. Every calm step adds up. Speak them slowly. Then be quiet for a moment and feel the truth they are building inside. Walk into the day with that truth resting warm in the chest and take the next kind step.